Okay, we're going to have some fun today. I'm feeling in the season today, so let's build a Windows 8 app that does something cool and is seasonal at the same time, right? Alright, so here's my blank app. I'm going to open up main page. I'm going to drag in a folder that has two images, inside and outside, because we're going to do some image manipulation here inside XAML, something I love to do. Alright, so here we go. First things first, I have my designer here. See that? And it is blank. So we're just going to start. I'm going to build some XAML out first so we can kind of work together. It's going to be a grid inside a grid. I love it. I'll make the outside grid margin of, let's say, 50. And the inside grid, I'm going to give it a background. In fact, let me bring back the designer just so you can see what I'm about to do. And we'll make the first grid's background an image. Oops, didn't even make 4. I'm going to hit F4. I'll set its background brush to be an image, and I'll set it to be image source, which is a little too narrow. Image source right here to be outside. So now, if you look at it, right, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool for sure. Just a little outdoor scene. You know, we're looking at a door. All right, so that's my grid. Let me copy it 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times. What am I going to do? What are you planning? Stacking these grids. Alright, so now I'll go to the outside grid, go to my toolbox. I am going to draw another grid. I'm going to draw it right on top over this little window area, let's say. Do a good job, Jerry. Got it. Alright, so there it is. I've got the sizes all worked out and everything is happy. Now, what can I do with this? Wait till you see. It is so cool. Alright, so I am going, if you don't know about the document outline, it's very cool because it allows you to hide things. Like I can hide all of those. And you can see the one that I made that's smaller down here. Alright, so I'm going to hide all but, let's say, this bottom one. I'm going to name it Window Right. Got it? And this is Window Inside. Perfect. Alright, let's rearrange their position. So Window Right is on the outside. I'll change this one and I'll rename it to Window Left. Dude, what are you doing? Yeah, it's a mystery. Okay, so now let's pop over here. I'm going to go to my grid and I'm going to use a very cool, highly underutilized property, and it is called Clip. So this is Window Left, so I'll say grid.clip. Clip allows me to create a clipping path inside my object and show only what's inside that clipping path. I don't know if that makes sense yet, but it will soon. So, clipping path can have any shape of path you want, an ellipse, a freehand, or a rectangle, 4-sided, right? And so it takes rect to describe it. And so I will just copy what I know I've done over here. So look, I know the margin. Look, it's 730 by 94. That's the starting point. That's what rect takes. It's 4 positions. The first one is the left right of the top left corner, which is that, and then the XY of the bottom right corner, which, look, we can see its width right here, that would be the first one, is 332, and the height is 468. So I'll just say 332, 468. Now, nothing happened. Let's go back to that document outline where I could hide things. I'll hide Window Inside, and I'll only show Window Right. Now, Window Right is not the one I'm messing with. I'm messing with Window Left. That's why it's not looking right. Hide and show. There we go. Window Left. So look, it's the same clipping path. Now, I want to show just the left. I know I'm going to do this, by the way, with Window Right, so I'll go ahead and just jam it there. And I'll go over here and I'll say I don't want it to be quite as wide. I want it to be 4, 6, so we'll say 2, 3, 4. That's kind of a cool little happenstance. Oh, I just changed the height instead of the width. Here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Half of 3, that'd be 1, 5, 1, 6, 1. Perfect. Alright, now we'll take the same thing. I'll take it down here to the Window Right. See how it's just the left shade? I'll go to Document Outline. I want to see Window Right now. It will... it's showing the same as the left. I want to bump it over, which all I really need to do is make it move half of the distance over to the right as its starting point. So I'll add 161 to, boy, here we go again with math. 191. There we go. Bam. Got it. All right. So now let's go over to the document outline, which will really make it clear, right? So here we go. Window left, window right. And they're all using the same image, right? I'm just clipping it so it only shows a certain part. And then the outside, or the full thing, we'll just call this the house side, right? There we go. Why not? All right. So now there's the whole shebang. Now I'll go up to window inside, and in that, currently it's marked as hidden. I'll unhide it. I'll add an image. I'll also change its background to be white, and in that image I'll use properties to set its source. Where's source? Why isn't it? There it is. To the inside picture. All right, that's cool. And what's the inside picture, you're wondering? Well, let's just be cute together and say clickety-click, clickety-click, right? I told you I was feeling festive. All right. All right, now to blend. Yes, now we're off to blend. So let's right-click this and say open in blend. Yes, please save. We'll let blend open up. It'll be a little bit outside of your view area here, so I will just move it in, just like so. Blend is great, especially when manipulating 3D projections. That's what we're about to do. It's so much fun. All right. Let's see. Turn. All right. So here are you can see the shutters. It's cool that they're different colors. I didn't do that. That's just the picture. And so I can still hide and show them. Right. Take away the side. Take away the inside. Well, the inside skews a little bit. I'll have to tweak that a little bit. And then take away the left. Take away the right. Nice. All right. Left. What can I do? Well, we go to the properties of this left grid, and I'll go down to the transform area so I can get to projections. Projections, right here, they're the thing that allow me to move things on a three-dimensional axis. See? That's nice. Whee! It's pretty neat. All right, so first things first, I want to open it. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually opening on the wrong axis point. You see that? It's actually, if I were to select it again, you'll see it's actually pivoting there in the middle. See that? I don't want it to pivot in the middle. I want it to pivot where the shutter, the edge is right there. And so you see, I need it to pivot basically right here. You see the line? And so all I have to do is go back down to projections, and right here, it's this little tab right here means center of rotation, and it's very, very, very tricky. So 0.5 is half, right? You don't do this by pixels, you do this by relative value. And so I'll say 0.6 maybe. Oh man, a little bit less. 0.57. Good enough for government work. All right, now hide that. Go over to the right-hand side, or the right window. Where's the right window? Oh, I want to show the right window. There it is. I want to make it do the exact same thing, and so I'll select it, and I will. Before I change any of that, I'll go over and I will make it so it's starting to open. Again, wrong axis, right? So let's move that axis. That's going to be the x-axis. So we'll say it's 0.7. Nope. 0.77. No. I could just roll my mouse here as well. That's what I'll do. I want these two lines to cross at the same place, and it looks like I just got perfection right here at 0.83. Beautiful. All right. So now, if I were to let me just pull back and show you what I've got. So I've got the left and the right, and if I were to show you the inside, it's starting to kind of peek out. Isn't that cool? I love it. All right, wait. The inside, I was going to fix that. It's a little wide, so I'm going to change its width to just be, like right there. Because if we're just doing something for fun, we might as well make it perfect. You know what I mean? All right, closing. Done with blend, and now. See, isn't that cool? That's so fun. All right, so we'll now I want to link those up, right? And so let's drop to XAML. I'll do all this in XAML rather than drag and drop, because I can do it so much faster. All right, so there we go. Hide the properties window. Hide this document dialog. And up here, I will create a slider, and we'll call it my slider. We'll make its vertical alignment to the top. We'll also make its margin. I need to move it up out of the grid, don't I? Because it's going to be over the house, and I want to see it. So let's say 0, negative 40, 0, 0. Perfect. And then set its minimum. Now this is going to set the actual rotation angle. So we'll say the minimum is 0, right? That's closed. And its maximum would be, what should it be? Let's make it, well, 90. So let's just make it like 92 so I can open these guys up. Let's make it 95. Alright, now the current value is going to be 0, closed, and anything else? No, I think that's good. Okay, now let me show you that, first of all, let me just back up. This is it. That is the entire bit of XAML, and it's beautiful, isn't it? So little and do so much. So here's where I do this plane projection. See, I just say rotation Y. Remember it took us a while to find the perfect center of rotation. Now we have rotation Y is at 38. This one's at negative 28. I'm going to change that. So before I do anything, I'm going to create a quick class. I'll put it in my common folder. I'll say new class. I'm going to call it my negative converter. Negative converter. Perfect. Alright, so I'm just going to create a value converter. A public I value converter. Easy enough. And let me implement it. And I'll say return system.convert.toDouble, because it is a double, you know. Value. Alright, I want to return it as a negative. You know, because one of them has a projection that's positive, one of them has a projection that's negative, and I want to make them both tied to the same slider. Alright, so there's the slider. Here's the grid that shows the house. Here's the grid that shows the inside of the window. And then here's the left shutter, basically. 38, F4. You know, so you can see it's right here. It's colored black on the left here. I'll say create data binding. Black means it's a literal. I'm going to change it to be yellow. Element name. I'm going to go straight to my slider, and I'm going to say I want it to be tied to value. That means as I change the slider, the projection changes. Isn't that cool? See, this is all that it did right here. Just added that for me. It's very, very cool. I'll do the exact same thing right here. I'll go here, bam, create data binding to an element name. This time I'll say again to the slider, go to its value. Because I want it reversed, I'll say use a converter. I don't have it there yet. I'll just say add it, and then go, go, go. Now, the same thing as before, except for it included a converter, which will make it negative, right? That's pretty cool. Alright, so that's it. I'm done. See how it added the negative up here, negative converter for me, so I didn't have to do it. Alright, job done. Let me change this to simulator. Say go. Got the simulator right here behind me. It deploys out to it, and boom. Now this is great, isn't it? This is the way you'd want it to look. All 4 layers are there, and you can see that the color, again, that's just part of the video, or part of the image. And watch. It's opening. What's inside? Who could it be? Ta-da! Whoa! Whoa! Hello there! Anyway, so 3D plane projection. It's easy to implement once you're using Blend. Blend can do all the center location for you, and it can animate it if you want to. You don't have to tie it to a slider. And you can put this right inside your app, right? You don't have to have a full game app to have some gamey things that are fun to put in. Makes your app a little bit more exciting, enticing. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, ladies.
Merry Christmas.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.